So here we are, another extract from my book Blondes in Business. And I thought that I ought to put a bit of makeup on today because I'm feeling a bit better. And I realised in all the filming that my chins were showing, so I've balanced you on a box of Cheerios. I hope you don't mind. Anyway, so let's just talk about fear, because the climate we're in at the minute, I think it's probably quite apt actually. So fear, it's not just a four-letter word. And I know lots of four-letter words. Anyway, it's getting back to fear. We've had my moments of sheer panic, as you can imagine, just like anybody else. And I felt that I needed to write something about fear, because for anyone wanting either to start their own business or just do something they've never done before, then it's likely to be an element of fear there. Understandable. We would like to say up front, this form of our personal point of view, that I'm not Dr. Phil or anything like that. I have no certificates and I'm not qualified to talk about fear, but this is from my own belief and my own experiences and how I've overcome it. And I read an amazing book by Dr. Susan Jeffers, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Read that book. It's very thin, like this, because I have the attention span of a gnat. So get that book. It's really good. If you can hear me, I'm talking a bit funny because I chipped my tooth in two places and it's cutting my tongue. So I found an old mouth guard, cut it up and I've stuck it over my tooth, because the dentist won't let me come in because it's not deemed an emergency in this time of a crisis. Anywho, so I decided just before the last recession to go to Dubai and open up an office there if the market was willing. So Dubai or not Dubai, that is the question. So what advice do you choose to take when you tell people what you're up to? Well, if I'd listened to all the negative advice that I'd received about Dubai regarding being a woman in business there, then the Dubai company would never have existed. We delivered some training for our clients there a couple of times before, so we had a glimpse of what was acceptable as a team, but we were told that we wouldn't get business because A, we were women, and B, you guessed it, we're blonde. I mean, outrageous. Because in reality, being women, and especially blonde, has actually got me the attention that I needed to get in front of people. I was much younger then and no wrinkles and saggy necks and things. So, you know, sometimes if you've got it, darlings, you just have to flaunt it. Anyway, fear could have played a part if I'd let it. But I decided that the people spouting off about fears actually hadn't been or worked there themselves. They were just passing on hearsay. And nobody wants to hear that. Mindy, the editor of this book, actually, she asked why I wasn't fearful of going to Dubai too, and that actually stumped me, because it just shows how much really we believed in what we were doing and my products, and it didn't really push the boundaries of my delivery. So to me, it was just the geography, and I've been delivering globally anyway. It was just paying for the company, the office, and the marketing that was in question, because it's very expensive to set up there at that time. So, you know, really, I just had to learn the culture and get cultured myself. It's a little bit difficult. You know me, it's a bit of a hard attribute to acquire, that one. But anyway, before going into any culture, country or business, I would just say do your research first. And that's exactly what I did. And remember, you've got to make an informed decision. So who you talk to, where you do your research is really important. So the boom was apparent in Dubai actually just after that. And people were living a great lifestyle and the opportunity was everywhere. But I decided not to rush into it and to take time in gaining the right business partner, because you had to have one out there. And not one who was in for quick gain, but somebody who wanted a long-term company and was part of it too. We wanted to have the same values and the same vision for our business even back then. And we needed a business partner, not just a sponsor. And the sponsors out there had 51% of your business. So you have to be very careful who you choose. And they don't really like to work for it either. So you're on your own pretty much. Anyway, I was meant to meet my business partner-to-be. I'd had many lunches, dinners, teas and coffees with potential partners, clients and associates. And the UK Embassy helped to set them up for me, which is really rather nice. I rarely eat meat, as anyone will tell you. So the lunches became a bit monotonous for me. All that fatty red stuff all over the place. But one particular day, an associate did introduce me to a business partner in Dubai called Dr. Basim. And he had lots of business partners in Dubai and other places. So it was good to meet him. It was yet another buffet lunch and there was meat everywhere. And we actually sat down, we plated up our food and went and sat down when I noticed a chocolate fountain in the distance. Well, that was that really. Business lunch or no, I subtly dumped the stir fry and ran for the fountain. The falling velvety milk chocolate called to me. It begged me to dip pink marshmallows into it and never leave its side. So I did my best. But with that, Dr. Basim followed suit. He got very excited at the sight of it and in demonstration of solidarity, dumped his stir fry and grabbed a plate, and we both loaded them up with goodies and drowned it all in chocolate. How fabulous is that? That was the moment when I knew we were destined to be partners. That's sharing the same value. So as far as I'm concerned, he showed all the qualities of becoming a partner right there. And after several more meetings led by him, and after more research and country visits on both sides, we decided he was right for us and he decided we were right for him. Dr. Basim had been looking to work with a training company for 5 years until we came along, and simply hadn't met anyone who shared the same values and level of integrity and capability as we did. That's what he said there, his words, lovely. So I just got to stress that having the same values is vital in business, not only with your business partner, but with your employees, associates, clients. I've got here, and lover girls. I don't know what that means. I must refer to that something else in the book. Believe me, you'll see later in the book. Oh, I should have read my own stuff, really. So, fear being heeded, advice and research undertaken, and instinct acknowledged, I set about launching a company in Dubai and the office, and the rest is history. Woohoo! That's why I always had a constant TAM. But anyway, so I always like to thank fear a bunch. I always go, thank you, fear. I needed to face it, embrace it, and do it. And I learned so much. And the recession followed, but I was in such a good place, I was able to deal with it. And I came back and dealt with the recession in the UK shortly after. So that's good. So fight or flight, you have to decide what your natural instincts are and what will really help you. And it gets all a bit scientific with the fight and flight thing. But I just think that being led by fear is pointless. Just go for your dreams. Everything's temporary, especially what we're in right at the moment. So that's just a little bit about fear. You can go into the book and talk about different things, into different areas, if you like, about panicking, negatrons, asking yourself simple questions, qualifying advice, you name it, what you're afraid of. You can answer your own questions in here. But until next time, and those children books are coming, I'll see you very soon. Stay safe and stay inside.